Haven't filmed a video in a while, about 3 months already. I'm slowly gonna try and post videos again. That's what I said in my previous video. I completely forgot to post videos, but I'm getting there. I shall post more videos, hopefully in this month and May. I plan to post quite a few tutorials. But yeah, today's tutorial is going to be on this Mary Poppins Tsum. It's a mini Tsum, so it's like smaller than the normal one. It's like, this is kind of the size I make all my Tsums, and you can tell she's a bit smaller, just a tiny bit. She's a bit smaller. Essentially, she was gonna be a normal size Tsum, but in the process of making her on row 4, where I'm supposed to do single crochet, increase, I did single crochet instead, around in the 18 stitches, which caused me to get a mini Tsum. But that's alright, because I really like how she came out. She even got like the little bows right here, and her nice little white hat. But yeah, anyway, so the things you're going to need for her, you're going to need 2 beads. I'm using the 9mm pony beads, which are a bit too big. You could use a smaller size, but I'm gonna use those because these are like the only ones I have. You can also use wrapped bands or safety eyes, however you prefer. Yeah, you're also gonna need some type of stitch marker or a C-clip. I'm gonna use a stitch marker today because I don't really feel like struggling with the C-clip. You're also going to need either a rainbow loom or crochet hook, as well as some form of stuffing or something to stuff her up with. I'm going to be using Polyfil to stuff her up. But yeah, those are... Oh, and you're also going to need a pair of scissors for the bows right here, because you are going to need it cut from the bands a bit. And that's about the materials. That's about it for the materials. For the actual colors you're going to need for her, band colors, you are going to need some white for the hat and the dress part here. I'm just using normal white. You're going to need a form of skin tone. I'm using the silicone beige skin tone. You can use whatever skin tone you got. And then for the hair, which is barely noticeable, but I used the jelly cocoa bands because I didn't have the opaque cocoa, just the jelly ones. But yeah, that's what I used for the hair, what I'm going to use for the one I'm going to make in the video. And then you also need some red. I'm just using normal red opaque bands, as well as 2 black bands for the eyelashes, and then a few clear bands. And if you don't have clear, you can just use white. Either one looks perfectly fine for the side part right here that holds the hat down onto her head. And yeah, those are the colors you're gonna need. Other than that, we are pretty much ready to get started and make her. I've run out of the postcards that I always use, so we're just gonna be using these long things right now for the pattern. But yeah, so we're gonna start off by making the hat, and you're gonna need your white bands. So I'm gonna do that. We're gonna start off with a magic ring of, oh, my hair is getting in my way. A magic ring of 5 stitches. So to do your magic ring, you're gonna start by grabbing a single band and wrapping it around your hook twice, so it looks like it's wrapped 3 times. As you can see right there, 1, 2, 3. And then you're gonna grab another band, and you're gonna want to pull that band we had just wrapped on to that single band, and then reclaim. And then you're gonna want to pull the top loop through the bottom loop. And now you're gonna want to go into the wrapped band here, just like that. And then you're gonna grab another band, and you're gonna pull it just through the wrapped band, leaving the single band here just on the hook, and then reclaiming. And then you want to pull the top band through these 2 bands. And you're going to repeat that step we just did 4 more times, or 3 more times, I think. So pulling the band through and then bringing it through the bottom 2 loops. And now you should have 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 is right here on your hook. I also forgot to mention, but the band count will be in the description. Yeah, forgot to mention that. Am I recording? Yes, I am. Now we're gonna do an increase around to get to 10 stitches. So you're going to go into your first stitch right here, and you're gonna want to pull in. You're gonna want to pull 2 single bands, starting with 1, and then pulling it through. That's 1 single crochet, and then going into that same stitch, pulling another band through, and that's 2. So now there's 2 single crochets into that first stitch, and you're going to repeat that all around. So going into your next stitch here, again you're going to want to pull 2 single crochets through there. Just repeat all around. Go ahead and take your C-clip or stitch marker off and place it on the band that's on your hook, and you should now have 10 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is on your hook. Now row 3 is going to be a single crochet around in those 10 stitches. So you just want to pull a single band through each stitch. Don't mind the background noises. That's just my family, of course. By the end of this row, you should still have 10 stitches. You can count to make sure. Moving on to row 4. Now we're going to do, like I was saying, for row 4, we're going to do single crochet increase to get to 15 stitches. So going into your first stitch here, you're going to pull the band through, and that's going to be a single crochet. And then going into the next stitch here, stitch number 2, you're going to pull 2 bands through, one at a time, of course, for your increase. And then you're just going to go ahead and repeat that pattern around. So single, and then an increase, and single, increase, single, increase, right? Yeah. Single, and then your last stitch is going to be an increase, and now you should have 15 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 is on your hook. And now row 5, we're going to do again single crochet increase to get to 22 stitches now. So again, it's pretty much the same pattern as row 4, just a single and an increase. What did I just do? Oh, okay, so this is going to be an increase. thought someone came in my room, but that's just the dog stepping on a piece of trash. Well, a trash bag. It's not a trash bag, it's more just like a plain plastic bag. That is a piece of trash. Anyway, the last stitch for me was a single crochet. So, yeah. It was a single crochet instead of an increase. But now you should have 22 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 is on your hook. Now you're gonna kind of get something that looks like this. Right now it looks a little funny, but once we do single crochet around, it'll look a bit better, at least. And now moving on to the final row for the hats, row 6, we're going to do single crochet increase again. And this time we're going to have 34 stitches by the time we finish this round. And on the last stitch, you are going to want to do a slip knot to finish it off. Pure silence. It's very awkward, especially when you're just filming in front of a camera and it's just silence. Does that happen to anyone else? If like you film videos and stuff, it's just like it's just all awkward. I'm not sure if like I'm wearing headphones, but I'm not sure if like the headphone actually catches the noise of my sister just washing the dishes, and it's just like the dishes just going like that, just kind of hitting. I'm wondering if the camera, well, not the camera, but like if my phone's gonna pick up like the sound for that. That would be very funny if it did. Okay, and for me, my last stitch here, it was kind of a single, which I'm just gonna slip knot off here. Can remove this thing now. So now you're left with something that looks like this. It's not exactly this, of course, but we're gonna turn it into this. So, using your white band, of course, on the row where we did an increase, so you kind of have where your magic ring is at right here, and then you have the following row where you did an increase around, and then right under there is the row number 3, you did a single crochet. So right on that row, you're gonna want to just kind of go into your hook, into the hat here, right around that row where you did that, in between row 2 and 3, and you're just going to want to go ahead and just kind of do single crochet around that. So you want to try your best to just kind of go in a circle straightly, if you can. But that might be a bit hard, just kind of trying to go in a circle here. I'm almost at where I started. And I'm gonna go right into the very stitch where I started, doing the single crochet right there. And I'm gonna pull a band and do a slip knot, just like that. And then now we're left with something that looks a bit like this, kind of. I think I went a little bit too high. Yeah. But once you're done, hopefully yours looks like this one, hopefully. I think for when I did the, I think I ended up going like right on the row 2 instead of on the row 3. So I was left with something like this. Because on this side it looks fine, but like on this side, not as much, but that's fine. I still like it. Anyway, now that we have that, of course, now that we have our hat, we can go ahead and move on to her actual body. So now you're gonna need your skin tone and your brown. Well, you don't need the brown yet, not until like another 2 rows. You can just bring that out if you want, so you can just have it ready, which is what I'm doing here. That's enough brown. So starting off with a magic ring of 6. This is exactly how we did it for the hats, except you're gonna do 1 extra to have 6 stitches. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have my magic ring of 6 here. I'll place my stitch marker here. Before we continue real quick, we're gonna make the arms and legs real quick. I don't have any of them done, but that's fine. So I'm gonna show you how to make the legs. So for the legs, you're gonna grab a red band. You're gonna wrap it around your hook for 3 times, I think. I'm not even sure. You're gonna grab a red band, and you're gonna wrap it around 1, 2, 3 times. So it's 4 loops, is what I was trying to say. And you're gonna grab a white band, and you're gonna want to just pull that on to there, just like that. And that's pretty much your leg. I'm gonna quickly make the other one. And for the hand, it's pretty much the exact same, except you want to, instead of a red band, you're going to want to use a skin tone band, and you're still going to want to place it onto a white band. And that's the legs. I'll make the arms later. But now that we have that, we can go ahead and continue with the body. Row 2 is going to be in increase around in your skin tone still. Grab some bands. So pretty much the first 3 rows of the body is how we pretty much did it with the hat. So yeah. The only difference is that we're using skin tone for this and white for the hats. That's like the only difference. the sun is slowly disappearing off of my desk, the sunlight. Right before I started filming, there was like a bunch of sunlight covering my desk. It's like the whole desk was lit up. Now it's all dark. I was hoping to be able to film completely with like the sunlight, so I wouldn't have to use my lamp. But I think we're gonna have to end up using my lamp towards the end. Mission failed. Anyway, I've made it to the end of my row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And now we're gonna be adding in the eyes in this next row. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these ready. Like that. I'm just gonna slide a band through. If you're using wrap bands, go ahead and do that. And if you're gonna use tiny safety eyes for these, then you can just go ahead and add that in later. Oh, there we go. And we're going to be doing a single crochet increase for round 3 to get to 18 stitches, and our eyes are going to be in stitches 3, 3, and 9. So going into your first stitch here, this is going to be a single increase, third stitch here, which is also a single, but we're going to be pulling the bead through onto there, or the eye with the band. That's a single there. Stitch after that is going to be an increase, and then a single, increase, single, oh, where was I? That was a single. This is going to be an increase here. This is stitch 8, I'm pretty sure. So now stitch 9 here, which is also a single. You're going to pull the eye through there onto that one. And then the rest is just going to be increase, and then a single, and then one more increase to finish it off. Last stitch is an increase here. Okay, so now you should have 18 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to be this tiny one here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 is also going to be a really tiny one. 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 is going to be on your hook. So now moving on to row 4, we are going to be incorporating the brown. We're going to start off with our brown, and we're going to do 4 single crochets in brown, and then 6 single crochets using your skin tone, and the remaining 8 will be in brown. And this is just going to be single crochet all around. So pulling your first brown band through, this will count as like your first stitch here. You want to do a slip stitch, I mean. You're going to want to pull the brown band through the stitch, and then through the loop that's on your hook already. Reclaim. Now you should have just 2 round loops, and pull that through just like that. That pretty much counts as like your first stitch. That's 1, and then 2. You can just do normal single crochet now. 3, and then 4 in the tiny one. And then now we're going to go ahead and switch back to our skin tone for 6. So doing another slip stitch. That's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 6. And now there should just be 8 stitches left that you can do in brown. So another slip and stitch. Oh, there goes that band. Have I been off camera this whole time? I hope not. I can't really see through what I'm doing through the camera. So most of the time I just hope I'm in the camera frame. Because the camera, like, since I'm using a tripod, I have to put it up a little higher than where I can see. Just so it's able to like capture all of it, I guess. And I'm not tall enough no matter how high I put my seat up. Anyway, now we're gonna do row 5. And by the end of row 4, you should still have 18 stitches, by the way. Moving on to row 5, again, single crochet in the 18 stitches. And you're gonna do, again, 4 brown, 6 skin tone, and 8 brown. So pretty much the same as row 4. And I'm going to switch to my skin tone. Oh, I lost track. I wasn't even counting the start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna go ahead and switch back to brown here. Okay, that's the end of row 5 for me. Oh, accidentally hit my tripod here. Now for row 6, we're gonna do again single crochet, but this time we're gonna do 3 brown, 6 skin tone, and then 9 brown. So starting off with your 3 brown, so that's 1, 2, 3, and then you want to go ahead and do your 6 skin tone. That's the only thing that stayed about the same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now the remaining 9 are just going to be in brown. That's the end of row 6, and now we'll be ready to move on to row 7. Move that. Hopefully this stays. Does that look good in the camera? Yes, it does. So row 7 is going to be single crochet around the 18 stitches, and you're going to do 3 brown, 6 skin tone, and then 9 brown again. Ooh, my hand hurts. Yeah. So starting off with the 3 brown, that's 1, 2, 3, and then 6 brown. 6 skin tone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the remaining 9 will be in brown. I'm really hoping this video isn't over an hour long, because it's like a really small Tsum Tsum. It's smaller than normal Tsum Tsum by like 6 stitches, I think. And it has like 3 rows less. 4 rows less. So I'm hoping this isn't over over like an hour. I'm hoping this video is only like 40-50 minutes long instead. It's not a super complicated design either. Okay, now that we have that, we're gonna go ahead and switch to white. Yes, we're switching to white. So that there, this out of the way. Be gone brown. I don't think we're not gonna be using the brown anymore. I think, yeah, no. So you can put that away if you want. But now we are gonna be using a lot of white for like the remaining rows. I'm gonna have my hands done. I'm gonna make those real quick. Got my hands done. We're gonna do all white for this row, and you are gonna want to do single crochet, of course, and you're gonna place your arms in stitches 4 and 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna want to grab your hand here, and place that there. Lower your voices. Anyway, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 right here on this one. Yes, just making sure it looks good. Now grab the hand and then pull that through. And then just do single crochet in the white for the remaining stitches. I was wondering why I had the Tsum Tsum like all the way up here, but then I realized my hand isn't under the actual tripod, because the way I have it is my hand tends to go under the tripod, so it's like I can't really lift it up, because if I do, it drops the camera just like that. Little room tour there. It'll drop the camera when I lift my hand up. I didn't expect it to drop. It was just a little shake. Anyway, so it does that, so I tend to keep my hand under the tripod instead of over it for some reason. But I'm gonna put it over for now. Also because I don't really lift up my hands a lot, so it's just easier to put my hand under the tripod than over it. When I do lift up my hand, my phone would just fall. Now that we have that, you can just go ahead and, if you're using like a stitch marker, like I am, you can just leave that on. And if you're using a seam clip, you can go ahead and take that off and do a temporarily slip knot band, just for now, if you think your C-clip might fall off. But now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add her hat, the little clear bands, the eyelashes, her nose, and this nice little bow she has down here. We're going to start off with the eyelashes. So for that you need 2 black bands. I'm really bringing it out clear, but we're going to need that in a bit. But you're going to need 2 black bands and your scissors. So you just want to slide your band through, just like that. And holding the bead down, or whatever it is, just pull. Voila. I'm gonna push the eye in. Just fix that. Why isn't it going in? Anyway, I'll fix that right now. And now you want to grab the other black band and just pull that through. And do the exact same thing. Without the band coming out, of course. Just go ahead and pull that. Just like that. And then, now mine's looking a little wonky there. But now I'm just going to go ahead and pull that, push that in. Stay. There we go. Now that that's in, we have her eyelashes there. Mine are still looking a little weird, but that's okay. Now that we have those on, you can either choose to leave them on like that, but I prefer to just cut them. Just kind of trim them down a bit. Oh, how lovely. They're all over the place. Anyway, I'm gonna fix this eyelash real quick. Try and lift it up a bit. It did not want to lift up. I was hoping it would. Oh, that's okay. I'm gonna trim a bit more real quick. One eyelash looks better than the other. One's like coming more like from the inner eye, like the inner part of the eye, or like the other one's just kind of sticking out from the side. Well, now they're both sticking out. I want them to. That's okay. I still like how it looks, kind of. Nope, now the eyelash here, the band is just kind of going in. There we go. That's probably as good as I'm gonna get it. Well, now that I'm done struggling, I hope. This looks about right, and it looks so dark through the camera. Anyway, now what we're gonna do is her nose. So we're gonna need, oh my god. You're gonna need 2 bands, 2 skin tone bands. You're gonna grab one of these, and you're gonna wrap it around your hook 3 times. That was 1, 2, 3. Just like that. Pretty much how we did it for the arms and legs. Grab another band, a single band, and you're just gonna pull this onto there. Just like this. Now we have this. And then now, pretty much like how you would put this on a normal Tsum Tsum. You can just pretty much place it like right on the magic ring, or like right under. I'm gonna put it under the magic ring. This through, and then I'm gonna grab on the other side here and pulling it through. So now she's got her little nose there. You couldn't even see that, but there it is. I'm gonna flip this inside out here. Why isn't it flipping? Flip. There we go. And you can just slip knot that, just like that. And the nose came inside. Oh wow. Gonna fix that real quick. There we go. Brought her nose back out. if the nose does go inside like mine just did, just kind of went inside, you can just go ahead and pull that out with your hook. But there's her little nose. And we're gonna go ahead and do the bow real quick before we add the hat. So for the bow, you're going to need a total of 3 red bands. So you're gonna grab 1 band and you're gonna wrap it on your hook once. So there's kind of like, it's kind of like an 8 figure there, kind of. You can see that. It's kind of like an 8 figure. And you're gonna grab another band, a single band, and you're gonna want to slide this through the band we just placed on the hook. So you pretty much want to slide it right in between the hook and the band. So right here in like the middle, just slide it in through there. If that made any sense. Just gonna grab it and just gonna pretty much slide it through. And once it's slid through, it'll look something like this. And then you can pretty much just hold down the band that you just slid on, just like this, and slip knot this. And then you'll be left with something that looks like this. It's not the best looking, but you're left with something like that. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. You're gonna pull your hook through here, pretty much this band here, and you want to place the bow, kind of like the little flaps here, right on top. And then bring a band. You're gonna hold these down. Then you're gonna pull this through and through the loop. This. And then another slip knot. So there you go. This is understandable. You can do the bow another way if you want. You can also just glue it on after doing without having to attach another band. Now you're left with something that's like this. And now what you're gonna do is you're gonna pick which one you're gonna cut and which one you're gonna use to actually attach. So I'm gonna cut the bottom one down here. So that's the one I'm cutting. I'm just gonna cut it a bit here, just so the things aren't that long. Pretty much left with something that looks like this, and then the back band here. And now what you are going to do is grabbing that bow there. You're pretty much just gonna want to add it down here. So I'm just gonna go like around here somewhere, right in the middle. I think that's in the middle. Go right here. That's like about the middle. I'm gonna bring this band here, pull it through, just like that. So now it just kind of sits at the bottom of her outfit there. And now this, you just go ahead and grab it, and then, well, first flip this inside out. It'll make it so much easier. But grabbing that, you pretty much just want to grab it. You can just go into any random stitch in the head here. I'm gonna grab another red band, and just pretty much just do a slip knot. Bam. And then just flip this back out. Just go ahead and adjust it. Bam, there's the bow on the bottom of her outfit there. Fix an eye. Now we can go ahead and add the actual hat. So to do that hat, the way it's going to be held on is by the clear part here. As you can see, it won't fall off because it's being held by the clear pieces on each side. So to do that, you're going to need your clear bands, of course, and your hat as well. So if you haven't done so already, you can just go ahead and hide this slip knot here, which I'm just going to pull in. And now, picking whichever side you want this to go on, whether it's like this or like this, so you're going to have it like this. On the side here, you pretty much want to, I'll have mine like this, so I'm going to go in, not exactly on like the side, like not exactly like the stitch here, but like before that, if that makes any sense. So I'll bring this up closer. So it's like, instead of going right into like the stitch here to make the chain. Is this even focusing? This here to make the chain. I'm gonna go into like the loop behind that. Nope, that's too far. There's right here, right there, instead of going right into the stitch. Then I'm gonna grab a band, a clear band, pull that through, and then I'm gonna go into the stitch here, into the stitch, put the clear band on there, which you can barely see, but it's there, and you want to pull that through the stitch, and now you have 2 loops on your hook here, which are from the clear band, which you cannot really see that much, but there it is. And now I chained 1, 2, 3 more, so I'll just go ahead and chain another 3. Is my camera focusing? There we go. So those are my 3 there. You can just go ahead and place this on the head. Just placing that on the head. And this would probably fall somewhere around where the brown, where the hair pretty much, the hairline here, and the skin meet. And then what I'm gonna do is swap this right there. But what I'm gonna do here is pretty much where this thing pretty much would end. I'm just gonna kind of go right here in the center where the 2 colors connect there. Ooh, my head is hurting. I'm gonna pull a clear band through that and through the chain as well, and slip knots. Well, bam. And that's pretty much how you do. I'm pretty sure you guys did not see that. I'll just show you guys again on the other side. And now it just kind of dangles down like that. Unless you do the other side, of course. So pretty much doing the same here. Instead of going straight into the stitch, the camera's not focusing. There you go. Instead of going straight into the stitch, you want to go a loop behind that. Like that. Pull your clear band through. Pull it through where essentially the stitch is. Reclaim. Pull the clear band through just that loop. So it's like that. It's right there. And I'm going to pull another 3 bands. So 1, 2, 3. And then pulling this over the head here. And now this, fix it. I'm going to go ahead and again slip knot it right, which you can't even see, right where the 2 colors meet here. Oh, there goes 1 band. Fix that. Just like this. Right where the colors meet here. So right where they meet, I'm pulling my hook through. And I'm going to go ahead and pull another clear band through that. And through the chain as well. Reclaim and slip knot. Just like that. And there's the hat. That's pretty much how you add the hat symbol. And now these ones, you just go ahead and pull them into the head. Just like that. Pull them in through this side instead. Pull this through here. Voila. And it might like fall back or like a bit forward. Once you add the stuffing in, hopefully it does not do that. So you can see the sunlight through there, but like it's so dark down there. Now that we have that, pulling this through again, like just go high down there. Anyway, now that you have that, we can pretty much go ahead and continue on with the body. So getting rid of these clear bands and bringing up some more white, which I have seemed to have run out of. Where is the white back? Here it is. Oh, that's too much. That's like way more than I need. Anyway. Bring that there. Could have just dumped it all, but I didn't. Could have, would have, should have, but I didn't. Anyway, I'm gonna just kind of let the hat fall and cover the face while I finish this up here. gonna go into here, and now we're pretty much doing row 9 here, if my camera could focus. Row 9, and we're gonna do a single crochet around just in the whites, just single crochet. Funny story for you guys, related to the beads I use for the eyes. One time my grandma, she took me shopping at the store. We were at the 99-cent store, and I was like, I wonder if they have the type of beads I use for the eyes for the Tsum. And my grandma, she did not hear beads, she only heard eyes. She's like, oh, you need some. And then it was Halloween at the time, so the 99-cent store had like all the Halloween decorations up, and they had all that. So she took me to like where they had like all the little party supplies and stuff, and she was like, how about these? And she just shows me a jar of like those fake eyeballs, and I'm like, Grandma, no, I meant like beads, like black beads for the eyes. And she was like, oh, I thought you meant like eyeballs. I was like eyes. I was like, no, Grandma, I meant just like simple black beads that I use for the eyes. Because she didn't hear when I said the word bead, but she just heard eyes. I just found that really funny. Yeah, thought I might share a little funny story with you guys, just so it's not all quiet. Anyway, now that I'm done with row 9, we're gonna do row 10, which is also going to be in white. So just another round of single crochet in white. Am I in camera? Yes, I am. I meant, am I in frame? Yep. Can I like adjust this real quick? That looks a little better. I kind of like adjusted like the the brightness thing on the phone, so it makes it a bit brighter, and you can like kind of, it doesn't look so dark and sad on camera. It actually looks like they're light. There's actually lights in my room. I hope the sound quality isn't super bad. This is my first time filming with like my AirPods, because I'm using AirPods to film with this, so I'm just hoping the sound quality isn't terrible, since I normally just kind of use the phone and hope it catches what I'm saying most of the time. So that's the end of row 10, and now for row 11 we're gonna do red. So I'm gonna grab my red here. Probably don't need this many. Yeah, so this is also just gonna be single crochet in the round with just red bands. You do want to start off with a slip stitch, just so it looks all neat. I feel like there was something I was supposed to mention at the beginning of the video, but I forgot to mention it. Oh, what was that? Oh, I'm ready for a nap. What time is it right now? I don't even know. I feel like it's already like 5, I think, when I'm filming this. I'll figure that out later, probably at the time I finish. Okay, just leave them right there. I just had a bite of a gingerbread cookie and I did not really like it. Anyway, no longer need the red for now. The rest will be in white. But now row 12 is going to be in white, of course, single crochet. And we're going to be adding in our legs now. So you can go ahead and bring those out. Again, starting with a slip stitch. That counts as like your first stitch. Second stitch, we're going to be adding in the first leg. The other leg will be added in stitch 6. I lied. Stitch 6. So that's 2. 3. 4. 5. And then this is going to be 6 right here. So grabbing the leg, the other leg. And now the rest will just be single crochet. Very important question to everyone or anyone watching this. Okay, it's not that important, but if you do celebrate Easter, do you like prefer to get an Easter basket? Because Easter's coming up in a bit. Do you prefer to get an Easter basket or like not? Because last year my mom, she was like, "You're too old to get an Easter basket." I was only like I'm like a year, no, like 2 years older than my sister, and she got an Easter basket. And I was like, how come she got an Easter basket but I didn't? I really like the Easter baskets. So it's like, for those of you who do celebrate Easter, do you prefer to get an Easter basket or not? Because like, Easter baskets are awesome. I don't know why, but like, they're just awesome. Yeah, that's just my question. You don't actually have to give me an answer to that question, but if you do, that'd be much appreciated. I want to know other people's opinions. Okay, now that we have that, we are going to go ahead and start decreasing to close her up here. Going into your first stitch here. So this is row 13. We're going to be doing single crochet decrease to get to 12 stitches. So going into your first stitch, like I said, we're going to do a single, and then for the second stitch we're going to pretty much do a decrease here. So you're going to grab the front loop from the first stitch, and then going into the second stitch you just want to grab the back loop only, and then just pull your band through, and that's your decrease pretty much. So now a single, and then a decrease, single, and then a decrease, single, oh, decrease, single, decrease. We're almost done, guys. Almost making it to the end. Single. And your last 2 stitches shall be used for a decrease. Anyway, so now before we do our last and final row to finish closing her up, I want to go ahead and grab your stuffing, or whatever you're using to stuff her up, of course. Let's go ahead and grab that. Let's go ahead and stuff her up real quick. Ooh. I'm just like stuffing her off camera. It's easier to do behind the camera than like having it in front and trying not to knock over my tripod. Just a little bit more. Make sure you're doing a little bit at a time and not too much stuffing, or else you'll be able to like see the stuffing through like the little holes. There we go, that's enough stuffing. And now we're gonna go ahead and do our last and final row, and that's gonna be a whole decrease around. So you're pretty much gonna do 6 decreases in total. On the last one, you want to do a slip knot.
It comes with a fun gamer-themed articulated figures like the VR Goggle Ryan, Gamer Ryan, and more.
Ooh, this is my favorite toy, Gamer Daddy.
Look, look.
That's good, right?
On the last stitch here, you want to go ahead and do a slip knot. Ooh. Go ahead and remove your stitch marker or C-clip. And now what we're going to quickly do is you want to go ahead and pull the band here through like the stitches. So just want to pull it through the stitches. You can pull it through all 6, that's awesome. But if you can't, as long as you pull it through at least 4 of them, it should be fine. And this just kind of makes the back here look a bit neater and more closed, I guess. And then just kind of pull it once you've done that. Well, bam, it's all fully closed. I'll go ahead and hide this real quick. And now we can go ahead and move on to the next part. Dark, but like once I focus the camera and like hold the thing a bit, it gets a bit brighter and it doesn't look so dark and sad. Anyway, now that we have her pretty much closed up, I would say we're done, but we're not. We're gonna go ahead and add her little skirt here and the bows. This part, I guess you could pretty much say it's optional. You don't really have to do it if like you don't really want to add the bows. But like, I feel like it just makes it look so much better with the bows. But yeah, so now, moving the hat out of my way here, using your white here, you're gonna wanna do this so like the red is still noticeable, but like you pretty much cover it up at a decent part here. So it like kind of looks like this, I guess, kind of. So what I did was, where I went in, do this right here, was instead of going in through like the white here or through like the full red stitch, I went in just through like gotta move my hand, just through the side part right here. Can't really see. It got dark. Just through the side part here, instead of going through the white or just straight through the red here, I kind of went right on like the edge part there of the red part. That's pretty much how I'm gonna do it. Pretty much I want to do single crochet like that all the way until you get to the other side. Okay, I've made it to the other side here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of turn, go into the first stitch. And in the first one, I'm going to put 2 stitches, 2 single crochets, pretty much doing an increase on that part. And then the rest is just going to be single crochet. I did a total of 2 more rounds. No, 1 more round after the one I'm doing right now. I just did 1 more. So you can do more than that, or you can do less. You can either just do this row and be done with it, or do more than the next. Do more than what I did. However you want to. Whichever looks better to you, if you want it shorter or longer. And then again on this side, on the last one, I'm gonna also do 2 stitches in it. Pretty much an increase. Now I'm going to go ahead and go back into that first stitch here and just do my single crochet back. And on the last one, I'm just going to go ahead and do a slip knot. And just like that. So now I'm left with something that looks like this. Just going to kind of open it up a bit so it looks a bit more poofy. Yes, that's about the same. This I'm going to hide this real quick. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and add the bows. So for the bows, we're pretty much gonna do the exact same thing we did for this right here. So I'm gonna just make all 3 of them with you. So you would need a total of 9 bands. 3, 6, exactly 9. Okay. So again, starting with your twisted band there. I'm going to grab another band, pull it through, so it's on like that. Grab that, like that, and then slip knot. Wabam. Now, grabbing this loop here, pulling it on, grab another red band, pull that through, and another slip knot. You can go ahead and decide which one you want to cut. I'll cut mine in the end after I go ahead and make another 2 more. They're all the exact same. Oh. That. Going in through here. Oh. And this there. Then slip knot. Lovely. Final one. Okay, now I have 3 of those that look like that. They look all weird. But that is fine. My camera is not focused whatsoever. It's kind of focused. Focus it right there. It gets all dark. No one likes that. I'm gonna make this brighter. No one wants that sad looking background. Anyway. So now pretty much just gonna add this on the exact same way you did when adding this part here. So I'm just gonna pick a spot here. Gonna pull one of these through, and then wabam. I'm gonna go ahead and do this for the other one real quick. I choose this one. Gonna tilt this here. Bam. And then the final one. Which one do I want to pull through? I'll pull through this one. And we got them all on. And now I'm gonna cut these real quick just so I don't get them all confused. Snip. Just like that. Snip. Snip. Lovely. Now you can pull these through here. Now what I'm gonna do is, just because I'm pretty much just gonna keep this for myself, I'm pretty much just gonna pull these bands just through the skirt thing, well, the body, I guess, pretty much. Just push it back in, just like that, and it's gone. And that's pretty much on. Just fix that. Voila. That's how I'm gonna do it for them. Add that in there. And now for the last and final one, the final piece of this. I don't know why I made that noise. Anyway. Yeah, why wouldn't it stay? Why isn't it staying? Okay, I got this stuffing coming out. Just move that out of the way. And this isn't as in the center as I thought it would be, but that's fine. That's fine. That's a-okay. I have all these on there. Move these out of the way. If I can even grab them. It's kind of, yeah, okay. But yeah, now you can just fix up the hats, the eyes. They kept popping out like mine here. There we go. Wonderful. But that's pretty much it. There's your Mary Poppins Tsum Tsum. Your mini Mary Poppins Tsum Tsum. Like I said in the beginning, originally she was supposed to be like this big, but she's that small, and that's okay because I really like her. I feel like I preferred this small version over a bigger version. I might make a bigger version and then just maybe make a tutorial for that one too, just so you can have the option of having a big one or a small one. I'm still thinking about that though. But anyway, that's all for this video. I hope you like this, and I hope you like how your Mary Poppins came out, because I do. This one's based off of the 1964 movie, by the way. Pretty much like the original movie. Yeah. But that's it for this video. I hope you like how your Mary Poppins came out. I already said that. Yeah. If you have Instagram, make sure to tag me on Instagram if you post her on your Instagram. On TikTok too, if you do. I don't know. Yeah, I would just like to see your guys' creations when you guys make them. It like makes me so happy. Like I get so happy, like really, really happy, because it's like I know people are making them. It's like I could have such a bad day, and when I see that someone makes my creations, it's like all that sadness is gone. Why? Because someone made something based off of my video, and it makes me so happy. It's like sadness gone, pure happiness at that point. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. And hopefully I'll post another video soon. hopefully in not like another 3 months. But I plan to post another tutorial soon. I have more time now because my grades are actually super good for once. Like, I mean, I never really had bad grades, but like I have no work. Like, everything's pretty chill right now at school since like we're doing our state testing, so like we're not given a lot of work because they don't want to overwork us for once, which is super cool. So I have more time. So yeah, hopefully I can there will be another tutorial soon. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hope to see you in my next tutorial or video, whatever it is. But yeah, I'm gonna stop talking now. Goodbye.